want people to know that I'm caring.
Tiffany Henyard told me in November she cares. Apparently so much so, it's also the name of her charity.
WGN Investigates has learned a suburban politician's charity has attracted the attention of the Illinois Attorney General after failing to file financial documents.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're going to be talking about Tiffany Henyard's charity. Is it possible for someone to be this bad at their job? To be this greedy? To get everything wrong? It's getting to a point where I just feel like, is this real? Is this some kind of, like, what's happening here? Is this a big joke? Like, is this a big punked episode or something? Like, what is going on here?
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. So, Tiffany Henyard's charity, formed in her name, focusing on help cancer patients, has attracted the attention of the Illinois Attorney General for not filing required financial documents. It just seems like the MO for Tiffany A. Henyard, not to disclose her financials, to find ways to hide what she is doing. It's a pattern.
Expenses. WGN Investigates obtained this letter from December in which the Illinois Attorney General threatened civil penalties are imposed against persons who do not register with this office as required. That's Keith Freeman sitting next to her at a Dalton meeting where he's the village administrator. Freeman is also an advisor to Thornton Township, and he's the guy listed as the registered agent of Tiffany Henyard's foundation.
You guys all know who Henyard is. She holds 2 elected positions as Dalton Mayor and Thornton Township Supervisor. So she's making that, what, $300,000 every year. Pretty nice. So in 2022, in the same year, she founded her charity. This charity received a significant amount of money. So despite promoting her charity through many events, Henyard has failed to submit financial statements to show how the funds have been used to benefit cancer patients. That's the whole point of the charity. Correct? So a lot of people think that this money was probably not used correctly. A lot of criticisms have been raised about the potential misuse of public money for charity events. Records indicate taxpayer money was used for a cancer walk and other expenses like hotel rooms.
They say board members were asked to approve a $10,000 payment to the foundation in 2022, days before a much publicized cancer walk from Dalton to Springfield. Thornton Township credit card records show taxpayers then footed the bill for more than $10,000 in hotel rooms along the route.
Again, it's like moth to a flame, just constantly doing the wrong thing. The wrong thing is that fire, and the moth just keeps getting burned. It's quite comical, actually. The Illinois Attorney General has threatened legal penalties for the charity's non-compliance. Henyard and her advisor did not respond to requests, obviously. Any financial records sought under the FOIA Act has not been released. The Attorney General is considering further action, including fines and the removal of the foundation's offices. I guess we'll just stack this with another one of Tiffany Henyard's greatest hits, the financial mismanagement.
All the way until last month, we were receiving monthly financial reports. This month, we did not receive a monthly financial report. Last fiscal year through May, the deficit was $2.5 million in our operating account. This year through the report we got, which was September 30th, I pulled that up as you were speaking. So from May through September, there was an additional $4.2 million of deficit. So you couple those two together, the deficit is growing and it's approaching $7 million.
The luxury lifestyle.
WGN Investigates obtained copies of statements that reveal village officials have spent more than $24,000 at restaurants in just 1 year. Other questionable expenses include the streaming service Hulu, flights to Texas, Alabama, and Missouri, and hotel rooms in nearby suburbs, plus thousands of dollars spent at a hotel in downstate Pontiac. And then there are the trips to Las Vegas.
And the constant misuse of public funds.
We've been repeatedly asking for information that's been documented time and again about credit card statements.
This entire thing is just extremely frustrating, right? And what happened to the transparency? It's like at the end of the day, I don't want us to forget that the residents are ultimately what pays all of our salaries.
We haven't received credit card statements in 6 months. We haven't gotten the electronic warrant list, but yet we're supposed to vote on it. We haven't gotten factual information about the tax increase.
This is for transparent, so we can be transparent, so we can know what we're paying for.
That weird salary maneuver where if she leaves the job is $25,000 a year, but if she stays, she continues to earn damn near $300,000.
Some say is a sneaky move to keep a controversial township supervisor in power. In part 2 of our investigative series, the mayor of Dalton, who's also the Thornton Township supervisor, cements her salary with a last-minute vote.
So she signed a new law to make sure that she continues to make as much money for her and her cronies. Tiffany Henyard recently passed a controversial law for elected officials. This law is criticized for being self-serving and unlawful. This law designed in such a way that the current office holders, including Henyard, will continue to receive significantly larger salaries and benefits compared to the newly elected officials. Yes, this actually is happening. Compared to what the newly elected officials would receive. For instance, while a newly elected township supervisor will get $25,000 annually, Henyard, if re-elected, will continue to receive over $260,000. In all the legal actions and lawsuits, and always also in hiring of close friends, even some that have really terrible criminal histories.
About 20 Dalton residents and a couple trustees protest outside Village Hall today, furious after a Fox 32 investigation found this registered child sex offender on the public payroll.
A sex offender, you don't give them carte blanche to go into different people's homes.
46-year-old Lavelle Redmond is close friends with Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who in September hired Redmond as a code enforcement officer without the village board's approval.
To work for her so they can earn exorbitant salaries. This is going to be a very interesting year for Tiffany Henyard. I can feel it. Two main things have happened. Accountability is coming. We're all waiting to see when the shoe drops. Is that what's called? The shoe drops? Or the other shoe to drop? I don't know. Whatever the saying is, that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the FBI to truly come in and handle business and stand on business, because this needs to stop. Anyway, thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.